Hit that sub button, baby. Don't be shy. Check the Twitch out. You're gonna miss moments like this.
Get on that gen. We are gen doers. Oh, fucking Christ. We are not gen doers.
So a couple months ago, I released a video that got a ton of hate. I've actually touched back on this video multiple times. It was during the PTB of Tools of Torment. I brought up my opinions, asked for your guys' opinions, but it went to the wrong audience and everyone was just super angry. But I've seen this one recurring comment so many times, and it brings up a question that I don't know if there's a right answer to. What is more important, specifically in Dead by Daylight, fun or balance? I recently made a video called Is Dead by Daylight 2 Balanced? So if you want to go look at that first, that would be great. Otherwise, no problem. But what is more important in Dead by Daylight? Is it more important to have a perfectly balanced game in which we average 2 kills and it's very consistent and the MMR is perfect? It's always a close game, kind of like Valorant. Or do we try to cater to everyone's idea of fun? Dead harding for distance, old ruin undying, holding a 3-gen, locker saving, abusing save the best for last. In this day and age, Skull Merchant holding a game hostage. In the past, Forever Freddy. Is there a way to find the balance between balance and fun? When I say balance, I'm talking about a perfect game in theory. It's kind of what behavior is trying to move towards right now, and a lot of you don't like it. But what's hilarious is when I talked about this exact topic, I got comments like this. But you're coming back into my comments to say the dead opposite now. The game's not fun anymore, I'm not playing. Okay, so why 2 months ago when I talked about this exact point, you said the game should not be focused on being fun, it should be focused on being balanced. And then I asked, in a 4v1 party game? And he responded, in any game. And let me make a callback to my previous video. You're telling me Mario Party shouldn't be focused on being fun? We should nerf Luigi because he's 2 inches taller? No. No. I think DBD's in an okay spot right now. I have my irks with the game. Everyone does. You're never going to play a game and like every single second of it. Keep in mind, this next part is my personal opinions. These are not facts of what is wrong with the game. These are my opinions and what I have experienced playing a ton of Killer and Survivor. Gens are going faster than they've ever gone. In my 1100 hours of experience in this fucking game, I've never seen 3 gens popping in 3 minutes every single game. On Survivor right now, if I take a chase, we are at 1 gen when the chase is over. Every time. And listen, I get it. Medkits got nerfed, so you don't stop and heal yourself as much. You don't run across the map to a boon anymore the way you used to. So of course, you're just going to hop on that generator that you see is already halfway done. Perks like friendly competition, prove thyself, hyperfocus, they're not that strong alone, but when you stack them, they're insane. On Killer side, I still think tunneling and camping is stupid. And that's that weird thing where, is it fun? Or is it just unbalanced? And to further extend that point, is there even a middle ground in tunneling and camping? But Dom, it helps apply pressure. Okay, that's fine. Then gen rushing's balanced too, if that's how we feel. But Dom, gen rushing's fine. It's because Killer's tunnel and camp. Okay, fine. Then tunneling and camping's balanced too. You guys realize there's flaws on both sides. That's why when people hop in my comments and like, I only play Survivor, I only play Killer, I usually see a very skewed and biased take directly after. And I'm not saying you have to play both roles. I'm saying you're never going to fully understand the state of the game unless you do. And if you're just a casual player solo queuing that doesn't mind being tunneled and camped because solo queue is kind of rough with that right now, then that's fine. I'm not saying you have to have a perfect take on the game. But I am saying if you're going to leave a very angry novel in my comments, and then I read it, and it's just the most abysmal take I've ever read in my entire life, then I usually have a good idea how much you played on both roles. Anyways, moving away from that tangent, all I'm trying to say in that point is there are problems on both sides that some people will always view as fun, and some people will always view as miserable. All I'm trying to do in this video is to get everyone's opinions in one video. Do I have fun holding a 3-gen as Skull Merchant? No. Does someone out there? Yes. Do I have fun rushing 4 gens in 3 minutes? No. Do other people? Yes. What I'm trying to say here is you can never cater to everyone's idea of fun. So what can behavior do, in your eyes, to meet in the middle? Because the people on the internet are saying the game is so boring because it's so balanced are the same people that were complaining the game was imbalanced 6 months ago. So let me ask you all at once. I want you guys to comment 1 change you want to see on Killer and 1 change you want to see on Survivor. Both sides, for everybody. And if your idea of fun as a survivor main is killer shouldn't be able to move at all and we should have permanent sprint burst every second, then maybe assess what your idea of balance might be. But seriously, think critically about everyone who plays this game. Obviously, we can exclude the really, really annoying killer mains and the really, really annoying survivor mains, okay? Because they're just always going to be unhappy. So excluding them, I'll start. I think that the devs need to take more time in their balance patches and stop just nerfing what has the highest pick rate. Just because something has a really high pick rate does not mean it's overpowered. It could potentially just mean it's really fun. And there are some perks that aren't used nearly as much that are busted. It's no surprise this dev team does not play their own game, and it's a really lazy approach to simply look at the numbers and go, well, this is used a lot, so it must be overpowered. All you're doing is sucking the fun out of Survivor every single time you do that, and all that's going to cause is survivors to do gens more and more and more. Play your own game. You'll see what I mean. And for killer side, that survivor change would help killer indirectly, but also another change I would do for killer is just give us a really fun killer. You keep trying to give us these kits that are just word soup, because in your eyes, for some reason, the more complicated the kit, the better the killer, which just is not true. They really struggle with making a killer that's extremely fun to play and extremely fun to play against. It seems to lean one way or the other. In my opinion, base kit Blight is the perfect example. I love playing against Blights. Even the best Blights, when I get shit on, I'm still having a great time the whole time. Again, the fact that he has 8 OP add-ons right now, that's not what I'm talking about. Bubba, Wesker, Blight, those killers are so fun to play and so fun to play against. I think in summary of the last year, the devs focused so hard on balancing the game that they never stopped and asked themselves if it's even fun anymore. I want to remind you that fun looks different for everyone. But again, I'm speaking my personal opinion here. Devs and DBD Twitter alike need to remember that this game was made to be fun and not perfectly balanced. They've essentially blandified their game on both sides, trying their best to make it balanced. That brings us right back to square one. What's the middle ground? Is there a middle ground? Is there any way to have this game relatively balanced and relatively fun for at least the majority of players? Because like I said, DBD Twitter is never going to be happy because misery loves company. They just love being miserable. Or is the solution something completely different? Which is why I want you guys to answer. Maybe I'm completely off and maybe there is a clear solution that we're all missing. Also, I feel like I have to say this, but if anything I said in this video bothered you, please understand. All the jokes were out of love. I love both roles. I love the people that play them. DBD Twitter, you could use a little grass in your life, but everybody else, it's all jokes. Honestly, I don't even know if I made any great points in this video, but it's been on my mind for a while. So if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys next video, and have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.
Talk to me, just took them all to do.